folks, we are on the road, and it's been a long road. We are headed to Falls Lake Recreation Area, just north of Raleigh, North Carolina. And it's a huge impoundment lake, of course, as everything down here is. And it has a huge campground. Some almost 200 sites, I think. But it's a real easy trip for me. You just hop on Interstate 40 outside my back door and follow it until it merges with Interstate 85, and then you're practically here. Right now we're kind of driving around the lake, which kind of looks like a big crab, and looking for the state park with the help of Google, of course. You can see the boy back there. He's ready to get out. We are doing this Friday after work. Let me concentrate on finding the campground, and I think we're coming up to the visitor center, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Sir.
I'm looking for a campground.
Which one? Do you have reservations?
Yeah. Long Pole or Long Pond or something like that. It's the one that's right over here.
Point?
Holly Point, that's it. Just
okay.
Same thing.
Yeah. Where'd you come from?
Statesville.
Lake Lawrence out there.
Yeah, this is nicer. Well, we just had a really great visit with a young park ranger who was the friendliest park ranger I've met in North Carolina as of yet. So we're gonna look forward to some fun, and there's a lot of hiking areas, a lot of free open forest areas that we'll go test the bug population in, and we're gonna have fun. So come back in about a half a second and we should be camping. If that comes out in the movie like that. Here is the beach and a boat launch. There are a number of beach areas, two of them over here on this particular campground. There's 4 campgrounds, and the lake has got a lot of buoys in it, so there must be a lot of low, shallow areas. But it's a nice looking lake. There's a swimming area. There's some kids playing in it. Anyway, so it's not very deep, obviously. It's a big area. Here's a couple of kids over here playing. Maybe a little deeper. But it looks nice. It's 5 o'clock. Akila's normal time for getting up every day. And we are camped. There doesn't seem to be many birds awake yet. But Akila's awake. I just let him outside to do whatever he needs to do. And of course, I don't think he did anything. He just came back with a big stick. He never ends. So now I fed him and put him down underneath the table, which is what we're calling the kennel. Like, so he's down under there. And there's his food, and he doesn't want to eat it. He wants to go play somewhere. He wants to go do things and meet people. But I could use some more sleep. Except, the truth is, I'm used to getting up at 5 o'clock with him anyways, so. Well, in a morning fog of brain, I forgot to put sound on this video, so I'll have to narrate it. But this is the bathroom on the way to my shower. And it's a really pretty nice bathroom. There's, unlike some of the most recent ones I've been to, there's a lot of capacity in this bathroom. I've been to a couple of bathrooms where there's just one toilet and one shower, and that works fine if everybody's a friend, I guess. But the toilets were extremely clean, fairly well supplied. No bugs or spider webs or anything inside. The sinks, you can see there's 4 sinks, and the mirrors looked like glass, but they were metal. They were extremely shiny and clean and everything. It must have been a great host that took care of these places. There was hot water in the sink, which I think is important if you're gonna shave or just wash your face. There was this cricket in this one sink. And the showers were a little crusty, but they weren't dirty. They were just stained, probably from the water. But we used the very last shower, which is probably the skinniest one. But the hot water was great. I mean, it was one of those push button showers where you have to hide behind the shower curtain to push the button while the water comes out. Otherwise, you get soaked. And you might even have to push it twice. I think I did have to push it. Well, the official report on the shower was that it was pretty good. Water was nice and warm. Not too warm, not too cold. Lots of water out of my particular shower head, and it lasted. It was one of those things where you push the button and it runs for a minute or so, and it ran for a good while I got soaped up or rinsed or whatever. But good shower. The stalls are a little smaller than I'd like, but I guess I'm getting bigger with age. Otherwise, the bathroom was really nice. I'm ready to do something with the boy today now, who is really just dying to find a stick somewhere, which he's already found quite a few. All right, let's get eating and get on the road. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? I don't suppose he wants to start a fire with that, huh? He's having fun while I make breakfast. He's laying in the grass, chewing on sticks. And he hasn't been bothering me about breakfast. So, breakfast today was scrambled eggs. I just take 4 eggs, throw them in the pan, stir them up, put them on the fire. And they're scrambled eggs. 4 eggs, 3 for me, 1 for the brat. I'm sure you don't want to watch me eat, so watch the boy over there eating the stick. There's another screw up to this video. I did the camp tour, and for some reason it did not record. I don't know what I did, but there's no actual tour of the campgrounds. So pay attention to what my campsite looks like, because they all look pretty much the same. So we have traveled down the road to the Upper Barton fishing area, and it's fishing access, but we're just going to walk down or here. This is just a short hike to the lake. The lake's right over there. You can kind of see it. Let the boy get out in the woods so he can poop, because he hasn't done anything but pee on everything he could. So we'll check this out. Come on along. We just came up on this, and I don't know what this really means. I mean, we're 200 feet back in the woods, but oh, look at this nice place. Gosh, this is sweet. But it's a pretty lake. They've got duck boxes on the trees way out there in the water. We've lost the boy. He doesn't know where we are because he ran ahead. He's looking all over for us. He has to use his tracking skills to find us. I guess that maybe was just somebody's tree stand or something for deer hunting. How's the fishing? How's the fishing? You haven't filled the boat yet? There's dogfish in here, I understand. He's swimming. Yep. He's a swimming boy. He doesn't care. So there we go. Aquila is officially a water dog. Okay. That was the plan for the day. we traveled 3 hours to get to a lake to see if we could teach Aquila to swim, and he jumps in and swims just fine. So I guess now we just go home, right? No, we'll find some hiking, and we'll get some hiking in and feed the bugs a little bit. But he's gonna be just like Dakota. He's gonna just have no fear swimming way out in the water like a beaver. So okay, you know, keeping track of Aquila really is distracting from the nature of the trail. But I mean, this is a cypress forest, I guess, and there's a knee that looks like a regular stump, but it's really just a cypress knee. And I guess this is a little cypress forest here. There's a lot of them. But you know, watching him, keeping track of him, keeps you from seeing all the neat stuff in a lot of places. I mean, we walked by these wisteria and I didn't see them either. Come here. Heel. Heel. There's people coming. And he's wet and crazy, so. So we are at a boat launch, a very, very busy boat launch with a lot of huge boats. And the Mountains to Sea Trail goes through here. So we're going to take a short hike, probably not more than a mile or two, just to let the boy dry out because he's all wet. Although this trail goes right along the lake, so he may be more wet. Maybe we'll meet Kiefer. Kiefer, are you on this trail today? This is a long way from home from Kiefer, I think. Kiefer Hikes, another YouTuber channel, if you want to check it out. It's a lot of good hiking along the major trails along in North Carolina, and so I think it's got some South Carolina and Tennessee and other places too, but got a good channel. So this is a really nice, this is my typical, if I'm gonna hike, I like to hike in the forest. The mountains and ridges of like the Appalachian Trail don't do it for me so much, because you're up on top of ridges and stuff where the weather's pretty extreme, and boy, he has gotten to that age where he just wants to lift his leg on everything upright, which is alright, I guess. It means he never worried about him having to cross his legs to wait for something, because he just goes. Hey, come. Aquila found this for me, but sometimes you'll see this out in the woods where it looks like somebody spilled paint all over the vegetation, and usually what that means is there's a nest up above. A lot of times it's a hawk or an owl nest. I don't see anything. And then another thing that it could be is that it just happens to be the flight path of the great blue heron. And this is where they release their load after taking off from the lake, because that's a load for them to carry while flying. So usually they fly up in the air about 100 feet and then let it go. If you've ever watched them, it's pretty scary, because if that hits your windshield, you're blind. You're not gonna be able to see where you're going for a while anyways. Now, just so you guys know, I don't allow him to pull like this, but this is a really short leash. But when he pulls, I just go like this. No. No pulling. Free. And then reward them. Up the road from my Holly Point campground is the Shin Leaf recreation area. And it has walk-in camping or hike-in camping and group camping. This is the parking area and bathrooms. This lake has all these little sections that are different recreation areas. And this part is all walk-in campsites. And you have to register and put in your money into a card, and the rangers come around and pick it up, I imagine. There's a really bad map behind really bad stuff, but it's $22 to hike in and camp. They do have 47 campsites, and they have a big group campsite, and it looks like a really nice forest. Let's check out the bathroom, see if there's showers and everything here. They're identical to the other campground bathrooms. They have doors on them, and they're actually cleaner. So these are actually nice this is a nice bathroom. I might come over here. It's hard to really convey in this video how big this place is. Falls Lakes is 17 miles long, as it has 5 different areas of recreation area, and in between that it's game lands that you can hike and walk around in and fish.